What if you had the power to unlock a hidden force within you? One that could transform your mind, body, and soul. Imagine experiencing a surge of energy that not only lifts your spirit, but also sharpens your focus, boosts your creativity, and gives you the clarity to make life-changing decisions. This isn't a fantasy. It's the reality of Kundalini awakening. Kundalini, often described as a dormant serpent coiled at the base of your spine, holds the key to unlocking your full potential. It's not just about mystical experiences, it's about real, everyday benefits. What if you could reduce stress with just a few minutes of practice? What if you could feel more grounded, more alive, more connected to your purpose? Kundalini energy isn't a distant concept. It's within you right now, waiting to be awakened. In this video, we'll take you on a journey that's not just philosophical, but practical. You'll learn simple yet powerful techniques that anyone can apply to begin the process of awakening this ancient energy. From breathing exercises that calm the mind, to visualization practices that unleash your inner power, we'll show you how to activate Kundalini in a way that's both accessible and effective. This is your chance to tap into a force that has been revered by mystics and sages for centuries, but it's not reserved for just a few. It's for you, right here and now. If you're ready to transform your life, to elevate your energy, and to awaken the goddess that lies within, then stay with us as we dive deep into the secrets of Kundalini. Let's begin the journey of awakening and discover the power that's been waiting inside you all along. Kundalini awakening has been a central theme in various spiritual traditions, particularly within the realms of Hinduism, Tantra, and esoteric Buddhism. The roots of Kundalini can be traced back to ancient India, where the concept first appeared in the Upanishads, sacred texts dating back over 2,000 years. In these texts, Kundalini is described as a dormant energy that resides at the base of the spine, awaiting awakening. The idea of Kundalini was further refined in tantric traditions, where it became intricately connected with the practice of spiritual ascent. The Kundalini energy, or Shakti, was understood to be a divine, feminine force that needed to be awakened through specific spiritual practices such as meditation, mantra chanting, and breath control. This awakening was believed to bring the individual into direct contact with the divine, facilitating spiritual liberation, moksha, and the realization of the oneness of all existence. Kashmir Shaivism, a unique school of thought within Hinduism, has a particularly profound influence on the understanding of Kundalini. In this tradition, Kundalini is not merely an energy to be awakened, but is seen as the very essence of the individual's soul, the divine Shakti, who merges with the transcendent Shiva, the universal consciousness, upon awakening. The teachings of Kashmir Shaivism emphasize that Kundalini awakening is a gradual process of self-realization, where the seeker transcends the ego and experiences union with the divine. As these teachings spread across the world, Kundalini practices were adopted and adapted by various spiritual systems, including Western occultism and New Age movements. However, it is crucial to understand the historical depth and cultural context from which these practices emerged, as they carry profound spiritual and philosophical significance. While the journey to awakening is deeply personal and unique for each individual, there are several practices that can aid in the process of Kundalini activation. These practices are designed to purify the body, mind, and spirit, creating the necessary conditions for Kundalini to rise and for the seeker to integrate the awakened energy in a safe and harmonious way. 1. Root purification. Muladhara cleansing. The first step in the Kundalini awakening process is the grounding of the individual in the present moment. The Muladhara chakra represents the root of one's existence, and it must be cleansed before the Kundalini energy can begin to rise. Grounding practices, such as walking barefoot on the earth, practicing yoga, and engaging in mindful breathing, help to stabilize the energy in the body and mind. Simple practices like deep, diaphragmatic breathing can help release stored tension and fear, creating a foundation of security and balance. A life of simplicity, honesty, and integrity is also crucial for clearing the path of awakening. 2. Breath control and pranayama. Breath is the bridge between the body and the spirit. The practice of pranayama, breath control, is essential for activating the dormant energy of Kundalini. Techniques like Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, and Kapalbhati, breath of fire, can help balance the energies in the body and mind, creating a harmonious flow for the rise of Shakti. These practices also calm the mind and prepare the individual for deeper meditation and spiritual experiences. 3. Meditation and visualization. Meditation is the most direct and effective way to awaken Kundalini. The practice involves focusing the mind on the breath, a mantra, or the chakras themselves. Visualizing the energy rising through the spine, activating each chakra, and merging with the divine light at the crown is a powerful technique. As the practitioner progresses, they may experience intense energy sensations, visions, and states of altered consciousness. This is a sign that the energy is moving, and the seeker should remain calm, centered, and non-reactive. 4. Chanting and sacred sound. Sound plays a crucial role in the activation of Kundalini. Chanting mantras, particularly those aligned with the energy centers such as Om for the third eye or Lam for the root, can awaken the dormant energy within. The vibration of sound aligns the seeker with higher states of consciousness, helping to purify the mind and create a clear channel for the Kundalini energy. 5. Devotion and surrender. Above all, the path to awakening requires devotion. In Kashmir Shaivism, it is taught that Kundalini is the divine feminine force, Shakti, that seeks union with her masculine counterpart, Shiva. The seeker must approach the awakening process with reverence and love, seeing themselves as an instrument of the divine. Surrendering to the process, allowing the energy to rise in its own time, and trusting in the divine plan are essential components of the journey. These practices, when undertaken with sincerity and discipline, create the necessary conditions for Kundalini to rise and reveal the hidden realms of consciousness. It is important to approach this journey with humility, patience, and respect for the power of the energy that is being awakened. The awakening of Kundalini is not a mere intellectual exercise. It is a deep, transformative process that involves the complete purification and elevation of the soul. It is a journey of self-realization, where the seeker transcends the limitations of the ego and enters into a state of oneness with the divine. In many traditions, the path to awakening begins with the grounding of the individual in the body, particularly in the first chakra, the Muladhara, root chakra. This is where the primal energy of Kundalini lies dormant, coiled like a serpent. To awaken this energy, one must first clear the obstacles that prevent the flow of energy throughout the body and mind. This process involves purifying the mind, heart, and body, dissolving fear, attachments, and limiting beliefs that bind the individual to the material world. The journey to awakening progresses through the chakras, each representing a different aspect of the self. As the seeker moves up the spine, from the root to the crown Sahasrara, they encounter different challenges, emotions, and energies that must be transcended. Each chakra represents a different level of consciousness, and as Kundalini rises through these centers, the seeker experiences deeper and more profound states of awareness. At the heart of the awakening process lies surrender and patience. In the Kashmir Shaivism tradition, it is said that the seeker does not force the rise of Kundalini, but instead, they cultivate an environment of receptivity. The goddess Kundalini, representing the divine feminine energy, is believed to rise naturally when the seeker is ready. It is a dance of devotion and discipline, where the seeker prepares themselves to receive the grace of Shakti, the divine energy that awakens them to their true nature. The process of Kundalini awakening is not linear. It is a cyclical journey, with each awakening being a deeper and more profound realization of one's divine essence. As the seeker moves toward union with the divine, they experience moments of bliss, ecstasy, and profound insight, but also moments of doubt, fear, and struggle. These moments are part of the purification process, as the seeker sheds old patterns and limitations to make way for the light of higher consciousness. The awakening of Kundalini is not a destination, but a profound transformation. It is the journey of reconnecting with the divine essence that resides within each of us. As we awaken to the power of Kundalini, we uncover not only our own latent potential, but also our connection to the vast, interconnected cosmos. In the traditions of Kashmir Shaivism and Tantra, the process of awakening is seen as a sacred dance between the seeker and the divine, where the individual merges with the universal consciousness. This is not a pursuit of power or mystical experiences, but a deepening of one's understanding of their true nature. It is the realization that the divine energy that created the cosmos is also present within us, waiting to be awakened. While the journey to Kundalini awakening is unique for each individual, the teachings and practices passed down through the ages offer a roadmap for those ready to embark on this path. From grounding practices to meditation, breathwork, and devotion, each step prepares the seeker to receive the grace of Shakti and experience the transformative power of Kundalini. But the awakening of Kundalini requires patience, dedication, and respect. It is not a process to be rushed or forced. Instead, it is a gradual unfolding like the blooming of a lotus, each petal revealing deeper layers of truth and wisdom. The journey requires not just physical practices, but also an inner shift in consciousness, a willingness to surrender to the divine flow and to trust the path laid before us. For those who answer the call of the goddess, the rewards are immeasurable. A life of inner peace, spiritual insight, and union with the divine. The question remains, are you ready to awaken the sleeping goddess within?